my name is Morgan, and this is Chasing Roads.
I served 10 years in the U.S. Army as an Apache helicopter pilot and spent the majority of that time stationed overseas. When I returned from Afghanistan, I began to focus on the next chapter of my life and put in my paperwork to separate from the service in December of 2014.
During that time, I was making plans for the next journey of my life, which was to go to Australia and fly for the Australian Defence Force. They were looking for Tiger pilots. And for 2 years, I have worked my butt off trying to get in and accepted to that program. I flew to Australia in November 2014 for a 2-day, very intensive interview. And
After almost 1 year of waiting, my visa was finally approved this past March, and I was set to move to Australia in May.
And the last year and a half, I have spent a lot of time at home with my family, and I discovered painting.
My mother and I took an art and wine class, painting a picture of Paris, and we had such a great time that we bought some canvases and paint and set up a little studio in the house. I found painting was a great way to pass the days. I began with copying paintings off the internet, but then decided I would rather start painting my own creations, and I did and posted them on Facebook.
And it's amazing nowadays what social media can do for you, because on Facebook I ended up getting my first sale to a friend of mine up in Canada. So my first painting ever went up to Canada. I think that's exciting. And from there I kept painting and painting and painting and posting on Facebook. And in the last about a year I have sold close to about 150 paintings.
You know what I was thinking, Morgan?
We're on video
Watching
now.
this picture become reality. It is so beautiful.
After 10 years as a pilot, tapping solely into the more technical side of my brain, painting had become a very welcome release of all my pent-up creative energy. I kept looking for new ways of expressing my art and traveled to California with my father to visit a printing studio. I wanted to make some of my artwork into t-shirts, so I chose 4 styles and had them digitally printed onto tanks, v-necks, and crew necks. The response I got absolutely blew me away. Within 2 days, I had received over 60 orders from friends on Facebook alone. This is where my initial doubts for Australia began to creep into my brain. I was having so much fun with this new venture that I began to wonder if this could be a viable business.
As I was planning to get to Australia and the time came closer and my visa was granted, the reality of going back into the military started to set in, and I started to contemplate whether or not this was the right journey for me. I spoke to some of my mentors, my friends, my family, and kind of asked for guidance and their opinions, and the overall consensus was it doesn't happen very often in life that you find a path, and when you do, you need to seize it. And so I decided to withdraw my application and begin another journey.
So with the decision to stay in the United States, I decided to adopt a dog who I named Amelia, and then I bought a conversion van that I will be taking on the road with me this summer. Although not going to Australia was one of the most difficult decisions of my life, I am taking a leap of faith, and I will chase my dreams by chasing roads.